You sing. That was Darcus, Howe. The last line. All the audience joins in.
That was Darcus, Howe.
One of the elders just passed away. He left this world on April Fool's Day. His attitude to life was so cool that he was anything but a fool. Originally from Trinidad, he used the many skills that he had to hold his head up high through the good and bad.
That was Darcus, Howe.
That was Darcus, Howe. He came to England to study law and be an advocate for the poor. Once a sheriff Notting Hill Carnival, he had no problems with Bacchanal. He was a member of the Mangrove Nine, steadfastly refusing to toe the line, standing up for justice with a resolve so fine. That was
Darcus, Howe.
That was Darcus, Howe. He edited the magazine Race Today and wrote for the New Statesman back in the day. On people's problems he would commentate and took on the role of devil's advocate. He made the problems white, brave and black on black, confronting racism, never looking back. When he came to difficult issues, he was right on track. Yes,
that was Darcus, Howe.
That was Darcus, Howe. Fiona Armstrong from the BBC called him Marcus Dow disrespectfully. He saw what she was doing and let her know. Have some respect for an old West Indian Negro. Working with Tariq Ali on Bandung File. His TV shows had a unique and forceful style. To see justice done, he would walk the extra mile. Yes,
that was Darcus, Howe. Woo!
Now, I have to say, as Robin was saying, the awful fire. I live 1 mile from Grenfell Tower. I know people, not who were in the tower, thankfully, God bless them, but people very close, like 100 yards from there. And on the night of the fire, I was awake late, watching late TV, I can't remember what it was. Switched to the news and saw it, so I sat up quite a long time watching it. And the same afternoon I wrote this song. And I have to say, we do have some up-and-coming Darcus Howes. Some of you may know Ishmael Blagrove. You may, if you don't know of him, look up for that name because he's a real activist, a real hero. There's also Niles Hailstones, also known as Ashaba. These people were at a protest last Monday, which I attended, and I sang this then. Anyway, this is called Forever You'll Be Blessed. And I have to tell you, I recorded it this week. I'm still doing bits and pieces. We're hoping by next week we will put it out as a free download. There's no money involved whatsoever. It's just for people to use. As far as I know, I ran into a journalist friend of mine, Valley Fontaine, Dominican girl who works for BBC London, on Monday when I was there at the protest, and I had my little guitar that I always carry with me. She said, "You got your guitar with you?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Have you got a song?" I said, "I do." She said, "Come round." We went round the corner to where the flowers were and where the there's a wall with all the dedications, and she filmed it and she put 1 minute of it on BBC London Facebook page. and it's just about reached 9,500 hits. Not important, but just a little news item like that. So here it is. Grenfell Tower's a tragedy, waiting for the world to see, and the warnings have been raised for many years. People died in fearful flames, and we don't know all their names, but the whole community is now in tears. Pray for mothers, pray for babies, pray for all whose cries are in our ears. We never will forget you, you're part of our lives. We love you and respect you, your memory survives. We pray that peace has found you, your soul is now at rest. Our love is all around you, forever you'll be blessed. Overlooked, not listened to, people just like me and you had complained that safety standards were not met. From the north, the south and east, people are mourning those deceased, but our sorrows mixed with anger and regret. Pray for loved ones, pray for strangers, pray for all, while all our eyes are wet. We never will forget you, you're part of our lives. We love you and respect you, your memory survives. We pray that peace has found you, your soul is now at rest. Our love is all around you, forever you'll be blessed. Forever you'll be blessed. Forever you'll be blessed. So, C.L.R. James came up in the course of the discussion, obviously a big influence on Darcus. In 2010, I teach. I'm a teacher as well as a calypsonian. And I go into schools doing workshops, and I asked some children, quite often asked, how long do you think black music has been around? And I had answers of between 5 and 20 years. So I thought, aha. So I wrote a song called What is Black Music, which I'm not going to do unless you all want me to afterwards. But it struck me, I also asked them what they thought about Haiti. What do they know about Haiti? They had an earthquake. That's all you know. Yeah? And I said, okay, well, so this song was written, I won't explain it anymore, I'll just sing the song. It's called Haiti, which is the original way of pronouncing the name. It's not Haiti or Haiti, it's Haiti, 3 syllables. I wanted them to know the truth about why Haiti is so poor. 200 years, you see, America, France and Great Britain are still smarting after the incredible hurt of having a bunch of barefoot, rusty, cutlass-holding ex-slaves beating the world's most powerful army at the time. Napoleon's 60,000 strong army was whooped by this bunch. And that's why they're suffering, because it's the poorest place in the Western Hemisphere, and yet the other half of the island, remember it's an island, Hispaniola, the other half of the island is very rich. So how can the same piece of land have a very poor bit and a very rich bit? This is why. The Western world's poorest country, the one called Haiti, really been suffering since she declared herself free. We hear about the massive earthquake made the ground shake, thereby increasing the grief that was there already. Now rich countries all try their best how to see who's better than the rest. Row about the debts which Haiti's incurred. The reasons are so absurd. Haiti, this world has refused you. Haiti, confused and abused you. Haiti, can there be no end to your pain? How much more can remain? Haiti, this world has to face you. Haiti, just have some grace and embrace you. Haiti, we can't turn our backs on you again. Oh no. The start of the 20th century, the USA agreed to help France collect the dues. The profits lost to slavery. They used the pretext to invade. Haitians were betrayed for refusing to lose what they'd won by their bravery. But through merciless exploitation grew aggressive legislation to make it hard for her to survive. But Haiti's very alive. Haiti, this world has refused you. Haiti, confused and abused you. Haiti, can there be no end to your pain? How much more can remain? Haiti, this world has to face you. Haiti, have a bit of grace and embrace you. Haiti, we can't turn our backs on you again. No, no. 200 years of vicious lies and wild surmise. Then came the last lie that this was a place to despise. With right-wing puppet heads of state left to her fate, Haiti was passed by, hoping her sun would not rise. Pray that justice somehow will prevail. May they guarantee that she won't fail. Say the words and let the action follow, so those words will not sound hollow. No! Haiti, this world has refused you. Haiti, confused and abused you. Haiti, can there be no end to your pain? How much more can remain? Haiti, this world has to face you. Haiti, on in, this is the last one. I'm doing this because of the name of this place. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. That means victory, Mandela. God bless Africa. So you just sing that.
Mandela.
What's that? I can't use it click.
I know.
Okay.
It's the last one.
Apologies to anybody from South Africa. I can't use it click, but it's what's that? Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. The Queen of England has met with Nelson Mandela. They shook hands together to signify there's a change in the weather. This man spent a third of his life in a cellar with stale food and water, while South Africa was a welter of slaughter. Nelson, when you came before, they make you stand by the door. Now that you have come so far, well, they're treating you like a star. But Nelson, with all that they do, there is no bitterness in you. You keep your faith with who you are. Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Apartheid had torn the fabric of life asunder. It couldn't last much longer, with all the factions fighting to see who is stronger. They then realized they'd made a blunder. They at the end of their tether. Women of Soweto, you could sew it together. Nelson, when you came before, they make you stand by the door. Now that you have come so far, they're all treating you like a star. But Nelson, with all that they do, there is no bitterness in you. You keep your faith with who you are. Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, Nkosi Sikileli Africa. He plumbed the depths of despair, but conquered the feeling with all the deceiving. He just sat it out and kept right on believing South Africa's time would soon come for healing. And more than any other, people think of him as a friend and a brother. Nelson, when you came before, you know they make you stand by the door. Now that you have come so far, they all treating you like a star. But Nelson, with all that they do, there is no bitterness in you. You keep your faith with who you are. Nkosi Sikileli Africa. Amandla Mandela, 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 Nkosi Sikileli Africa.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.